We're in a very special place on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's. It's game day 3 for Great Britain and we're right here inside the GB women's dressing room. Today they are taking on Mexico and they're looking to make 3 wins out of 3 now after those wins over Australia and DPR Korea, making sure that GB so far have had a perfect start to the tournament. This morning Great Britain had breakfast, they then came down the rink for a bit of a morning skate just to get the rust out of the legs in the morning and then just get set up for this big game, of course, as I said, taking place today against Mexico. This is what happened.
Goes to Lane, top of the right circle, right hash marks for Hill. It's loose for a moment, Lane shoots, and Kimberly Lane has scored, and Great Britain have finally taken the lead, and they've scored on their 12th power play of the tournament. Hutchinson shoots. It's loose right in front of the net. No one knows where the puck is. In the end, it's CJ Ashton. And CJ Ashton is first to the puck. That is a lovely goal from her. She scores for GB. And that is a special moment for her first goal of the tournament. You're listening to BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra and on the BBC Sport website. Ice hockey on the BBC. World Championship Division 2 Group A action. GB lead Mexico 2-0. Ganney. Oh, it's gone in, has it? No! Netminder says no. There's an almighty scramble. And the final touch, I think, has come from Saffron Allen. It was a massive scramble in front of the net. But the way they celebrate, I think it was Saffron Allen with the final touch. GB will change one player, and that'll see Beth Hill come onto the ice. It's now with Katie Henry. Henry shoots, and Katie Henry has scored her first goal of the tournament. A real good finish for Katie Henry as she cut inside. She came from behind the net, and Katie Henry has scored her 32nd goal for Great Britain. They now lead 1 minute and 19 seconds into the third period by 4-0. They've had to be patient to get 4 here this afternoon, but they are now leading by that 4-0. Gale, she's looking to step inside, maybe go on the wraparound. Instead goes for the youngster Casey Trail, and now Gale has it back. She'll have to skate behind the red line, behind the goal, and then step out in front. Trail will go just wide of the right-hand post, and then Jodie Bloom will work hard for GB, and they'll come forward now into the offensive. So what a beautiful goal, and Great Britain are now leading by 5-0. It was a great play for GB, and I think that's Louise Adams right into the top corner, and now GB lead by 5.
Joined by forwards Leanne, Ganney and Katie Henry. Katie, to you first. Pretty professional job done by the team this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. When we kept on peppering them with shots, we just kept on going. We just didn't let up. They were icing the puck, we get back in their zone, and we just kept on going no matter what happened.
Leanne, it's these types of games that are potential banana skins, and I mentioned that to the coaches because Mexico ran you close in Kazakhstan 2016. But, you know, you really were, as I said to Katie, it was just a case of keeping patient, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we can't ever underestimate any team, no matter where anyone's seeded. We just need to play how we would play, like it was a gold medal game every single game. And as long as we play as a team, which we did today, no one played individually, and when we play as a unit, we're going to win games like that.
Katie, the goals were shared around. You finally got your first goal of the tournament. I saw you look skywards. I mean, you've been getting the chances, not for want of trying, but I saw you look upwards. Did you feel any pressure? Because obviously you're one of the leading players on the team. Does it ever get to you when you've not got a goal in the tournament?
No, definitely, because like everyone on the team's getting goals now. It's not just coming from one player, another player. It's coming from everyone. So we're sharing them, which is good because everyone can score. Every line can score.
And there were some nice goals tonight as well, which just shows the talent on the team, Leanne. I mean, goal after goal came. Certainly the last 2 goals, Louise Adams was one of them. I think Katie's was the other. You know, as the game went on, I think the goals got better. But to say there's a quality outfit from back to front here that you've got.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we get tips from the coaches on where to shoot on the goalies, and we try and take them at any opportunity. And like Louise and Katie did, top shelf both times in exactly the same place. If you see one player do it, you know that you're going to be able to do it as well. So no, it's really good.
I suppose you've got to credit Mexico because they were outshot 50-odd to 5. But what I liked about them is they threw pucks, they threw themselves in front of pucks, and certainly in that first period where you didn't get loads of quality scoring chances, it can't be easy for them. But you've got to give them credit in a game like that.
Yeah, they definitely. We just kept patient because we know from like Kazakhstan how they play. They just got bodies on the line, and so we tried to play around the outside a little bit, and then we changed some things in the third period, like go behind the net and stuff, and it changed the whole game.
Leanne, a lot of people have said this week, including the coaches, that it's one of the best team spirits that's been in the squad and on the roster. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. We've been saying it's a completely different year than last year. Still, we're halfway through the tournament and everyone's still getting on. The banter's still there. The vibe's really good. So it's a good place to be.
Getting better.
Yeah.
Getting better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.